Welcome to the cliffside again. Let's go a little closer. Those are called turkey buzzards, the bird that just went by. They're bigger than any of our hawks, pretty much. They're not bigger than the bald eagles, and we do have a couple of those. They're in conservation. This is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We either pronounce it Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh when you're from here, which I am, but my parents tried real hard to teach me how to not talk like we were all from here, though I still grew up around it, so I can, and this is how it sounds. Sounds a lot like this yins. Yins is the Pittsburgh version of y'all. Yep. So, I don't know why it seems that home ownership is one crisis after another. And the situation of the ants is really starting to sink in from yesterday. I did a vertical format video that was intended to be a short, and I always just talk a little too long, and then they end up being like 3 minutes instead, but whatever. Because at a minute and 1 second, it's like, oh well, may as well keep talking then. I went through and watered. The idea that these small ants can eat wood is horrifying and explains a lot and scares me about my ceiling, because I think you remember, and you can see I haven't done anything about it yet, but the birds moved in up here, and I thought the birds brought the bugs. But what I think now, because I always saw a steady stream of ants going up and down here, and I figured they were just pharaoh ants. But whatever kind of ant it is that's over there and eating that log that I got to get out of there, probably this weekend, whatever kind of ant that is probably what they were going after, is eating the ants up out of there. But now, what used to be a double, probably 2x8, is now a very thin remnant, and I'm going to need a professional on that eventually. I've been wanting to turn this section into like greenhouse back in here, honestly, or like a sunroom with the roof being more that kind of stuff, I guess. Although I don't think you can get the good quality, long-lasting stuff like that green stuff is anymore. I don't think you can still get it, because I'm sure there's asbestos in that. It lasts like crazy. Get the birds a dust bath. I put a little bit of spray in the ant holes as a for now type of measure with them little ants, because that carpenter ant spray works really well. And every month I've been getting a pack of those ant baits. They're like green, they're like this big. The ones that do carpenter ants, because I know I got a lot of the big ants around here. At least some of them are the carpenter ants. I don't know if they all are. But now I've seen another place I got to get one of them in here once I get my next round of them. And that's ants are waking up. Can you see them? These are kind of big ones. But they're carrying around dirt and food, not wood. And they're pretty far from any wood. But it would seem that I made my house a bit of an oasis for wood-eating creatures. So big changes got to start happening. I'm going to start having really big bonfires on the regulars. If you're local and I know you, hit me up if you want to have a bonfire party. Okay, listen. Maybe bring some lighter liquid, the fire starter liquid, whatever that stuff's called, because I ran out. But yeah, so for the full-size logs, I got the really heavy ones that I could There's one that I can't seem to get. Over there. It's too big. I don't know if coating it in like linseed oil or something might keep it okay for a longer time or something. Use it as a seat. I don't know. It's a thought. It's an incomplete thought. But yeah, my house has got a definite problem. And I know I haven't been seeing ants going up and down the pillars on this in a while, so I'm hoping that's okay. I really wish I could just do one thing at a time, but it seems like that's just not in the cards. So here we go. Yeah. These two, I figure I'm gonna just start pulling them out. So my earlier thought that this is a good idea to bring in logs like this, and that, well, I mean, I only really decided to bring in the logs like this because it was COVID times and you couldn't get wood chips delivered at all from Chip Drop, and I needed them really bad. And if you agreed to have some logs like this, then it was fine. But yeah, time to get them gone, I guess. These ones here I can carry, even though that's like 2 foot wide and 2.5 foot tall or something. They're not that heavy to me. I'm pretty strong. What can you do? So